Yo, what going on? It's your boy Ja, and
It's Nisi.
we got a People's Champ back with us again, and we have a great live show for you tonight. We have the team behind Blue Tarp Productions. We're gonna dig into an initiative, one of many that they have going on right now. We're gonna ask them some questions about it, get into that, and see, what they're trying to do in the Virgin Islands. They're gonna tell you about their mission, what their mission statement is, how long they've been doing it, get some background on them. If you're interested in being in front of or behind the scenes, these are the people to talk to in the Virgin Islands. You got anything to say?
Let's go.
All right. Right after these messages, we'll have them back on with us.
The gun homicide rate in
Yo, 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 yo.
Hi.
Hey.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I see you grooving a little bit back there.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
So we have Blue Tarp Productions. We got George and Diana. Can you introduce yourself to the people, please?
Sure. My name is Diana Diaz, and I am co-owner of Blue Tarp Productions.
Yes, I am George Canna, and I'm the other half of that.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's nice to be here, guys, man. Thanks for having us.
Can you tell us, like, as far as the partnership, who is the live one? Who's the behind the scenes person? How does it work?
I think we balance each other out pretty well. I don't know.
Don't lie to me, man. I know how partnerships.
We're both kind of like introverted a little bit, which is interesting. Like we kind of I get stressed out, and Diana kind of like helps me out. I'd be like a little wiry sometimes, and she'd be like, "Yo," she brings me down, and we get things done. And it's just been a good partnership where we feel like we hit walls, but like we get past it together. So it's been really good.
Definitely.
Now we're being honest.
Yeah.
Now we're being honest. Thank
you. That was a good answer, George. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the Blue Tarp Productions. If anybody has been home after a hurricane or even recently, you know what it means to have a blue roof and a blue tarp. Yeah. Can you explain why you guys decided to use that particular name for your production company?
Well, I'll jump in and I'll say, it's exactly how you explained it. It's just kind of like throw a tarp on it and keep it going. It's just we just make it work with whatever we have.
Yeah, we're indie filmmakers, independent filmmakers. So at the end of the day, our objective is to get the project done. So you gotta throw some talk over it. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
So what made the two of you kind of like collaborated and say, hey, let's do this Blue Tarp production company? Like, what was that thing that made you both like, we could do this and let's make it real?
I'll let you go, George.
So I feel like it came about. I have to give. So I've been like messing around with this video thing for a while. I was up in the States actually, in Tampa. I was working for this organization and I was like filming some stuff. But the real motivation for let's do a film thing, I have to give props to. I have to give props to the 48-hour film festival people, right? If you've ever heard of them. You guys ever heard of the 48-hour film festival?
No, sir. What is that?
This young lady started it in St. Thomas, Paradise 48 Hours. I am forgetting her name, but she's she's cool peeps. She's a Tomian, but basically it's a competition that they do annually where filmmakers have to come together and do a whole film in 48 hours. And when I mean whole film, I mean like you have no idea what it's about, and they throw different elements that you don't get until Friday. Like, say you have to do a film with a pastor and your film is a horror, and so you can't pre-plan it. So they give you all your elements on Friday and you have to have a finished film by Sunday. So pre-production, production, shoot, all of that. And then you have to like get the film done. So I say about the first one they did 2 years ago. I participated in it and made a film, and it was all right. It was solid, but more so than actually producing it, it was like just sort of having the camaraderie of a team. That when you on a film production together with people, it's like a family situation, and then you see that final product is just motivating. And I just felt like, yo, I want to keep on doing this, And Diana was like-minded, and so we're like, well, we could just kind of start doing this on our own, and so that's what we started doing from then, and it's grown to this right now.
Yes. Yeah. It definitely was a very good balance from the beginning. We just wanted to have fun and make films, so we just started to write, and we just meshed really well. We got things done. The set vibes after pre-production was always really good. So we kind of like have a thing here. So yeah, we just continue to write, continue to film, continue to produce more and more film, and we just was like, hey, we got a production company.
Yeah. After we did our last year when we did our screenings, it's like, oh, we gotta keep on doing this. Like the way how people reacted to the screenings, and like it was such a beautiful thing. That he's like, oh, let's do more. We gotta spread it out and gotta get more people involved, and like, it's gotta be more.
Yeah.
How does one start a production company? Like, what's the ground floor for that?
That's a good question. So,
Yeah, George, I do this for real. Yeah.
So for me, like with any business or anything like that, so I first started a video production company where I do freelance work. So I actually had equipment to shoot that I've accumulated over the years. But the freelance work is just for, if you need, like, say same difference needs a commercial, we'll go shoot a commercial for you. But like, that wasn't the passion. The passion was, to create narrative work. So with Blue Tarp, like, first thing was a mission. So to answer your question, it was a mission and what we are trying to achieve. So for the film production company, the mission is very clear. The mission is to put people in front and behind the camera. Now, the second part for me is, how do we do this? We have our why. So now it's all right. So what are we doing? So we're doing films, and then how do we do it? Is we go out and do it. So do we have the equipment? Do we have the people? And it was yes. And just putting those things together, and then forming an LLC, and poof pow, now we're on same difference talking about it. So
yeah.
So I feel like your name should be ringing bells in the streets, right? Like you're recording, doing all these things that could, people like fame and the idea of fame. I would think that they would want to be in these things and would be talking about you guys more. Why does it seem like you're not being talked about as much?
We're fairly new. We're fairly new. And our first screening happened in August. So I think there is a buzz about us, but it is not there yet. But I feel like with time, I think it will happen, because already I've gotten requests of people that want to act, are interested in acting and writing, and being behind the camera. Yeah, so we definitely welcome that, and I think that in the next couple of years you'll be hearing a lot about us.
I believe it.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. We're new. There's so more people that you see, like you have their name out there, it's respect to them because they've been doing it down here for longer, and we gotta give respect to those guys because, like, even with Blue Tarp, like we shout out like Soundstage. We work with Kevin Factor. We work with Kevin Factor, who does Sand. He's always helping us. We work with all of these guys, and they've been here for longer than us, and they had their names out. So, everything takes time, and we're 2 years. We're doing all right. We're going to and yeah, like Diana said, our screening was just in August, so we're
Okay.
still
Yeah. Yeah.
How many
Okay,
films under your belt? Oh, sorry, my
No,
bad.
that's exactly what I was going to ask. So go ahead.
Since you're new, how
Mhm.
many films are under your belt?
Officially 4. Yeah, 4 completed ones. Yeah,
Mhm.
4 completed shorts.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what do you have in the pipeline for like this year in terms of content you're trying to create?
Good
I mean, you don't have to
question.
say what it is. You could, I'm just saying, like, what's in the pipeline? Like, do you have a couple short films? Are you doing more commercial? Like, what is, like in that general area?
Yeah, we do have things coming up that we are extremely excited about. One is I would say like a drama. One is a documentary, and we have one other potential one as well, that we're excited to start. But I'm happy you asked that, because again, it kind of leads into what we want to talk about next, George.
Well, hold on. You kind of lightly went over the film and the documentary. Them is big things that's going on right there. So the short film. So we're doing right now. We have one narrative short film that's heavily in pre-production right now. Matter of fact, me and Diana just got off a call with our writer about that one. It's called Fall. And
So, hold on, George. Hold on, George. On this show, if you use jargon, you have to explain it. So,
what is it?
pre-production. What is pre-production?
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. All right. So when you're doing when you're doing a production, like a film production, TV production, there is the part before you actually shoot, right? And the actual shoot is called the production. But before that is like the planning, the script writing, the casting, the looking for the venues you're going to shoot, planning the
Gotcha.
food, like all of that. Like,
Gotcha.
and
Thank
the
you.
plan, yeah, okay, I
The
talk
planning
for days.
stage. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But all right, so we're heavily in pre-production for the short film Fall, which is written by this young, talented writer that we were lucky enough to stumble across, Angelina, and we're very excited about it. It's a romance, right? So and the reason we're excited is she's young, and in the script, it's so authentic. It's coming from a place where you can really feel, she means it, and we are so drawn to it, and I'm excited for this one because unlike our previous short films, the previous ones we were really intent on getting it done because of proof of product. We wanted to see how people will react and stuff like that. This one, we really want to delve into the story about the people, the characters, and build it out. So it's last year we was trying to do 3 and just knock them out. This one we're really focusing on this and trying to make it as good as possible. We're really diving into the story, really like making a bigger production out of it. So excited for fall. Look out for that one. The documentary is called America's Paradise. Diana, this one's big. So basically, America's Paradise is another social piece and is dealing with the homeless on the Virgin Islands. You know, Karen, what is Karen's last name, Diana?
I think it's Dickerson. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Karen from Collective Collaboration.
For Collective Collaboration. So she does amazing work over there in Christiansted Town, and just has like she's spending her time taking care of all these homeless people. And me and Diana went over there, you know, just to do some pre-production, and we talked to some of them, the people, and it was very interesting. Like we had this man, he was talking about, man, yeah. You know, so what was it like growing up? So, you know, he's homeless and he's talking about, he's like, you know, I had a regular childhood, you know, my family, you know, my father, you know, kind of got me into drinking a little early, you know, and I said, what's early? He's like, you know, around 7 years old. And so like this man just like stopped drinking. He's like 50 something years old and just stopped drinking. He's been drinking since he's been 7. He don't know nothing else. Like, and for him to like, you know, be where he's at right now, like he's like the project just humanizes and tells a story of people who need their story told. And so the way how we're doing it is we're actually following the homeless people and having them really tell their story. So that one is coming out a little bit later, but that is the other production that we're working on.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
I wanted to hype it. I don't know how well I did, but I wanted to hype it up because them projects is.
You did great.
Okay,
And anything we can do to help promote these things, let us know on the back end also.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate y'all so much, man.
Yeah,
For real.
Of course.
Yes, thank you.
Nisi, did you have a question? I want to step on your toes.
I did. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. My next question is, with the focus on your what you have in your pipeline this year, we know the purpose of the call is in terms of your incentive for this year and your model for, of course, getting our youths into film and filmmaking. How do you see you creating that bridge that they can cross from that side to this side and making it a resourceful and impactful goal for them to attain and to maintain?
Well, I think the key is having them see people that look like them doing film. Yeah. So in front of the camera, behind the camera. I think one of the things for me when I was growing up, I didn't know what was possible. I thought like, okay, I had to be a doctor. I had to be a lawyer. I just had to be in this box of things. But, you know, we want to be the people that these young people see, you know, so they could see that it is possible. I think that's what's key right now. And I think that's our mission right now.
Yes, absolutely. So the other thing I didn't hype up was the film over. Well,
we get into it.
Okay. When
we good.
He's like, love me.
Hey.
I like that. I'm all about the marketing. I like it. So let's get to it because that's why you're here, right? So can you briefly just put us on to what is the initiative that you're working on right now, Film Over Gun Violence Program, and then I have your video to play so we could further explain it.
It's definitely just like Diana said, right? We want to show the youth that like and like youth is like the ages for this program is 15 to 25. So it's not just like you know, the high schoolers, man. There's like when you in that lower 20 and you kind of figuring out life, I feel like that's a really good age too to kind of, you're still finding yourself. But we want to show them that there's possibilities for them. Like, you know, the young lady I was talking about who wrote Fall has been a real catalyst for this, because it's like, man, what if she has, like, what if she knows right now, as young as she is, that she could do this? You know, like I think of me. I'm like, what if I at that age knew that I could tap into this and that this was a possibility? Where would I be right now? So this program is basically where we try to open up the peripheral, you know, of what you could do for what these kids can do. You know, a lot of times, like I know for me, and I think for me and Diana, we when we were coming up, we thought, all right, gotta do this, gotta go get a job. Like, I mean, you know, low key in college, I thought I was gonna be a rapper, you know. But I mean, like you didn't know that things were like really possible. You thought they were silly, you know. So it's not. You can do it, and it's real, and there's actual real jobs. And with this program, you know, what we've done is we married, you know, that mission with the social issue of gun violence. So that does two things, right? First of foremost, it brings awareness to a social issue that we need to keep on talking about and keep on discussing and to improve. And we do that by keeping it all on our minds and, you know, having that discussion. But on the second part, it helps us, you know, as a film industry spread out. Now people are listening. Now people are like, oh, okay, you know, they're doing that thing, you know. So it hits those two levels, and that's what we're doing. And the actual tangible program is the program that we're actually doing is a summer program. It is an 8-week program. It takes the kid basically from, sorry, not the kids, the young people from what I explained earlier about pre-production. So they do the whole pre-production. You know, they learn everything they need to do to get ready for the shoot. They plan out, they write their own film, they plan it out, and then they shoot it. And then later we do a screening for it. So they get the whole experience. And during the program, we're going to have different creatives from the Virgin Islands who are going to come and like teach them certain aspects, a really good DP, a really good screenwriter, all these different people, great actors come in and just show them this is how you do this.
What's a DP? Because people with dirty minds like me think differently.
Oh man, it's a director of photography.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, George. Thank you so much.
Diana, you wanna weigh in on the program before I show the snippets?
I think George pretty much covered it. Yeah. So you can roll it.
The gun homicide rate in the USVI far exceeds that of the states. Young people between the ages of 13 to 28 are most impacted by the violence. We're changing the scene. At CFEG's Film Over Gun Violence program, we will redirect the youth away from the guns to the art of filmmaking. Help us raise funds to provide this program to the youth. Visit USVICFEG.com to learn more and support. Help us change the scene.
Woo! Chills. I like it. Bravo.
I like that.
Bravo.
All right, that's nice.
I'd like to point out that you could tell that when you have Caribbean parents, because you can't say the word kids referring to children, because they ain't goats. All right.
Right.
Thought that was funny.
Right.
So here I am. I'm a Caribbean parent, and we gotta talk down and everything. So what I want to put my child in this AV club for? Why don't have them wasting their time when they could be walking, looking for a job or going to school or studying? Why would I put them in this? Yo,
Well, okay, I'll begin. Well, this is how I was raised. Like I feel that a child's mind always needs to keep busy. That's just how I was raised. I was a child that I was always in extracurricular activities, and it helped me to keep straight and narrow. I didn't have any time to do anything else but sleep when I got home, and I feel that idle minds think idle things. So I feel like instead of the typical, not every child is into basketball, not every child is into baseball. I feel like this is another avenue for children to explore, or young adults to explore, where they can have something extra to do on their free time, or b, try to find a career in that, and that creates an avenue that is not guns. It's more opportunity, a passion, another avenue is another way.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the problem is the mindset, right? Because this, like, film is a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? It's not like, if you look at entertainers, right? Look at all the big entertainers. After they've done a couple of things, what do they want to do? Everybody wants to make a film because there's money in film. So it's the fact that we're so far away from it, we can't see. So, I mean, I would say to you to, like, especially if your kid may be interested, or if they're not interested in, what's traditionally going on. Me as a kid, I couldn't sit still. It was, my mother was chasing me to do my homework every night, so I mean, creative stuff is what got me going. It depends on what your kid is like, but we do have to open up our minds to different industries and, like, enter them. Like, there's a money to be made here. You don't have to be an actor. You don't have to be a cameraman. There's other things you could do. This is a business. So I think that as a parent, that's what I would tell the parent. Well, I'm not a parent, but I would say that to the parent. But yeah.
So this is still me in Caribbean parent mode.
Yeah.
That is sound good. That sound good. That sound good and all of that.
Yeah.
But how much are you trying to charge for this thing?
Oh yeah. So the answer to that is it's free.
What? I don't play.
Yeah, it's free. We're
okay.
We're doing this for the community. I mean, I'll be very frank. Our objective is sustainability. So we're trying to make a really great proof of product, so that we are going to make a great proof of product, so that people can see that, first of all, there's talent here. I mean, they're looking at all these films on Netflix. We want them to get into the mindset like, yo, we can make these. Like, the barrier for entry to make film is low. Like, your camera, your iPhone could do so many amazing things. The camera that I could buy for $4,000, $5,000, think what that could do. Amazing things. So there's a film called The Creator right now, starring Denzel Washington's son. I forget what it's on, Prime or something. But anyway, this is a major feature film. They shot it on a FX6 and an FX3. Not the whole thing, but parts of it was shot on an FX6 and the FX3. These cameras cost like $6,000. And the reason why they got these cameras is because they could go in different places and do different things. But I say that point to tell you that traditionally you would think these cameras, like most of the film cameras, cost like $50,000, $60,000. But the barrier for entry for you to make films is lower. If you can come up with a team and conceptualize something very well, you could get to that point. And we as a Virgin Islands need to start thinking about how we can make for ourselves and stop, consuming other people's stuff and giving them their money. Let's make stuff for ourselves. Let's inspire our kids to create and start this industry. And that's where our mindset is at.
Right.
Thank you. And since we were talking money, you guys want to tell them about that thing scrolling across the screen and how they could donate, because the money's got to come from somewhere if it's free, right?
Right. So for us to maintain that free factor, we need funds. So that thing going across the screen there, that's the page where you can click on, and once you click on, a pop-up will come up, and click on that and you can donate towards our initiative. And our goal is $50,000.
Right. Yeah. And for those who think that $50,000 is a lot, man, putting together this budget quick. Like before, I was like, damn, we already have 50. I mean, for the donations, man, like honestly, we started donating, and just people who put in, like, I mean, put in as much as you feel your heart, but like people who put, like, even if you put in like $5, like we see that, we feel the love. And if, like, I don't know, a whole bunch of people put in $10 or $5, we'll be halfway there, So it's like, if you could put in a little bit, that's love. And that's all.
Do you feel like the community is going to be more receptive to your goal, after seeing examples of local Virgin Islanders like Janelle James and Abbott Elementary getting nominated, and things like T-Ron being nominated for Songwriter of the Year? Like, those things make it more realistic and attainable for them to be like, okay, because seeing it on the TV is one thing, but seeing it with somebody that's really from home and from your area, it makes it more attainable for them. Like, I could really probably do this. I can really be in the production arena.
Yeah, definitely. I think we need more Virgin Islanders stepping forward, being in front of the camera and behind the camera. Just as many as whoever's interested. I think that again, we're showing them that it is possible. The Thirons, even the Janisha Johns, all of those Virgin Islanders, they're showing us what is possible, and it is totally possible for anyone, really.
Yeah, I mean, there's amazing camera people right now in Atlanta, like Jelani. I forget Jelani's last name, but he's shot stuff for like Remy. He did Remy Ma's last music video, and he's been shooting some cool stuff. And there's some other guys out there. So, like, I mean, I could say, like, even me as a grown man, like, I had to kind of see other people do it for me to feel like there's a path. So I gotta imagine, like, for young people, like, how's it gonna be real if nobody else is doing it, right? People around you who are doing something, that's who you like, okay, that works, So yeah, we want to, you're right, gotta have people out there like those folks.
Yes.
And then the next question too. I know you said your age range is 15 to 25. Have you, or are there plans to actually go into the schools? As we know, arts is one of those things that we're always that's always struggling in the educational system. That is always one of the first dying arts to go. Is there plans to, or have you already made conversations about going into schools to discuss with students about possibly joining and your summer initiative?
That.
Okay, so well, first I have to do another plug. So this CFEG right here present that is a actual school in the Virgin Islands. This is a nonprofit virtual school called the Center for Educational Growth. And so it is a school that we have been able to partner with, and it's a nonprofit, so that's helped us out as far as how we can get our funds for the program. So we have partnered with that school, but like Yeah, absolutely. We are open to that, and that is something we definitely. I mean, we haven't planned to do it now because we're trying to, walk before we run. But no, like, absolutely. If somebody from a school is listening right now, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
that's something we would love to do. Again, though, funding is a part of it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and yeah, if
Yeah.
it doesn't take a lot. We can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think our hope is every year to do it bigger and better. I mean, even if we could go over to St. Thomas, of course, the budget will go up. But yeah, if we can every year do it bigger and better, like that is definitely the goal. Just to reach as many kids or children as possible.
Thank you.
young adults.
Young adults, yes.
What I'd like to do is pretty much do a couple rapid fire questions. So we're just gonna pretty much shoot out some questions to you, and if you could, in maybe one or two sentences, just give us your best answer on them, and then we'll go from there. That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. So first, what is your company's mission related to the Virgin Islands?
Really quick. All right. We want to put Virgin Islanders in front and behind the camera. So all representation, we want Virgin Islands representation in film. And we want to promote that and spread it in the Virgin Islands.
If I'm an actor, actress, and I want to reach out to you, how can I do that and not waste both of our time?
You can reach out to our social media pages. We are on Facebook at Blue Tarp Productions Films, or Instagram at Blue Tarp Productions. You can send us a message and we will get back to you. Or you can email us at bluetarpproductions@gmail.com.
Is it the same for screenwriters?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To date, what is your biggest production?
Either Control or Grace. Who pick one?
Yeah, it's hard because I kind of did Grace and George
Mhm.
did Control, so yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
big, depending on who it is for, whose it is,
Well-
right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, two factors. So Control was a one-day shoot, but there was more like locations and more spots.
Mhm.
But Grace, we took a couple of days to shoot Grace. So there's two parts of
Okay.
it that are like, so they're pretty even.
How can we find these?
That's a good question.
Is it?
We've only done screenings. So we're treating these like films, right? We're trying to figure out how to distribute them the right way. So I mean we haven't decided to just release them on YouTube yet, but that may be something we could do. Right now, you just follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and wait for a screening or wait till we drop our films.
When is the next screening?
Stay
The next screening, we haven't planned the exact date, but there should be one around April, a fundraising screening. So
Okay.
If you are into sponsoring Blue Tarp, then come to that
Sure.
one. Now, the official screening for the Film Over Gun Violence and for Fall is going to be later on this year in September.
Okay. Macy, you got anything?
Yeah, I did. So for your screening in April, is that Grace or is that Control? Is it both?
It's going to be
Yeah.
both.
It's going to be, and is it the same screening and the same day? It's going to be two separate screenings.
No, the same one. They're short films, so we could show them both at the same city.
Like a red carpet, do I need to get dressed and stuff? Like how, like I need to have time to do my weave. So I need to know,
The sponsor one will not be red carpet, but
Right.
the one that we do later on in the year for the Film Over Gun Violence one and for Fall will be a red carpet. Like, yes.
We gonna bring one just for Nisi. It's gonna be like a red.
I have my own carpet, you know. I have my rope, the rope and everything, the stand. I could bring all my stuff.
That's
By
what's up.
taking it after I walk away, I'm just saying. And I do have another question. What do you guys, what is your biggest hurdle right now as you're
can't
making
wait
this
to
journey? Is it me? You can hear me?
I can hear you. I think Diana
Oh.
was out of time just now, out of sync. Go
No
ahead.
problem. My
Catch up,
question was,
D.
what's your biggest hurdle at the moment being new into the industry?
All right, so I'll answer this because I feel like Diana's lagging. So the biggest hurdle right now, because we're trying to grow, well, right now because we're trying to do bigger productions, it's like, all right, how do we get funding for the production? But the other part would be scheduling, coordinating people. Because another thing is, right, we're doing all of this stuff. When we're doing all this stuff for free, we kind of have to work with people's time, right? So even though I'm gung-ho on doing it, because I don't have a budget, I can't tell you, yo, I need you here, you know, Monday at 6 p.m. You're like, yo, I got to take care of my kids. Like, I can't ask you to prioritize what we're doing. So that pushes back production all the time. And it's for everything. Like, you know, casting, somebody might not come, and now we have to reschedule it. Or, you know, we want to be able for people to prioritize this stuff so we can actually get it done. So that's kind of been a hurdle for us.
Okay, and right now, what does your team consist of? I know it's you and Diana doing the representation publicly for the face, but what does your core team consist of to make Blue Tarp production work?
So it really changes on each project. But it's been consistently me and Diana, but also consistently on each project has been Kevin Factor. He's always helped me. That's my boy. So he's always been there to help me shoot and put stuff together. So I say it's me, D, and Kevin on every project. This new one, Fall, we've added Angelina. Other people have been on, and Diana, you back? No. But yeah, other people have been on, and but those have been the most consistent so far. But there's a lot of people I could name for each project because they've all really contributed. You know, Kelly Pugh has been on. Wendy has been on. Tahir has helped us out. Who else? Jason Fangman has been very helpful. There's a list of a lot of people who have like come in and jumped out, and we're excited to see about Fall because we're doing the casting. We're about to have a whole new like group of people and some new faces. And yeah, man. I mean, Nisi and Ja, if y'all want to jump on, I don't know. Y'all want to.
I'm a behind the camera worker, so
I'd love to. I'd love to.
Hey, don't play, man.
I can hold up a sign, like, whatever, behind it. I good.
Okay.
Hey, Diana, you may wanna leave out and come back. I'm down.
That's what's up.
And so follow up on that, as you're making these pitches publicly to the community, to these different organizations, getting them interested, and so forth. Have you been receiving a lot of community pushback, or you've been feeling a lot of inclusivity and support from the community in helping make this realistic? The Blue Tarp production or reality?
So far, it's really been nothing but love, honestly. So the reason how like we felt really inspired to move forward with the Film Over Gun Violence program is because we reached out to VIA, and Jennifer King from VIA. She loved the program and just got behind us and really made us feel like oh, I mean, we could do this. VIA thinks we're good. So like, they gave us a little push to go out, and now we're doing this fundraising thing. And I'm not a fundraiser at all. I really feel bad asking people for money, but like, this is part of the process of, I've talked to people who've made films. They're like, yo, you got to, this is part of it. Right. So, we're doing it, but people in the community, like via CMCA has helped us out, the museum, also the Office of Gun Violence Prevention has just jumped on, and they're behind us. We have some more people to reach out to, but so far with those people, like, we went from our last screenings, we just did it by ourselves, and CMCA was, and we did CMCA and Levels. So shout out to Levels, Kamal at Levels. He's always been helping out. But yeah, we're having this support from the community, and people are just like really getting behind it and loving it. So, I mean, even with us being both introverted and like not really into asking for stuff, we're here, we're committed, we're out here, and we're on your podcast, which is crazy. So, we're doing all right.
Which was my other question, because you said in the beginning about being introverted. How is that playing out for you, knowing that this is going to be a very public limelight, like consistently doing press releases or public interviews and promotions, like you said? Like, how is that? How are you managing the whole concept of it as you're doing this?
I'm trying to push Diana in front as much as possible, basically. I don't know where she went, but like
she left you here. She left you here to figure it out.
Yeah. No, it's it's been like, it's been like, this is a new challenge. The whole experience has been, new fun challenges. It's been a blessing. So this is a part of the growth for both me and Diana. We want to come out of our shell a little bit, and as artists, it's hard, right? Because I mean, when you're doing art, it's basically like you're sharing your vulnerability. Art is being able to vulnerably express something, to open up and express something, and to share it with people is very tough. And then to have them believe that it's good, is even tougher, right? Like, so we're pushing it and telling you it's good. If we hadn't have done the ones before, I don't know if we would have the confidence to do this. But it has been personally just a great growth challenge, and something that I think me and Diana are both welcoming. So yeah, it's been good. Look, she's back.
She's back. Diana, can you hear us? How are we coming in?
I'm sorry. Is it lagging? Yes. Okay. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. Over here, so
Diana laggy still, man.
Judge, don't be nervous. She's doing a great job. I'm usually the nervous one too, so don't feel. We're here together.
Let's go, Nisi.
Don't encourage her. Don't encourage her.
I am a bit of an introvert myself, but I kind of force myself in front of the camera, so I get it. Yeah. Oh, really? Don't do that face. Don't do that face. Diana, can you hear us? Because we'd like to hear your commentary on this particular subject.
George gonna have to fill in again. I mean, he was doing a great job.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I know he felt like, yes, she's back. I can let her, but you see, you can't get comfortable. You can't get comfortable, George.
Nah, I can't get comfortable. We're on my toes. Same difference. Let's go. What y'all got next? Let's do it.
What do we have to do?
Can you hear
What do
me?
we have to do? Yes,
we can hear you.
I'm sure George is ecstatic.
Am I lagging?
Diana, leave out and then come back in again.
It was nice seeing her again, though.
So as you're doing this, are you finding like what is your core role in, like, I know you're behind the camera. Are you the one, are you directing? Are you doing the writing? Are you in every little thing? Are you like the Kalaloo, like you have touch in everything? Like what is your main focus or your passion for the production industry? Because there's so many components to making a film. So I'm just trying to figure out what's your area that you're most interested in.
So for me, I'm a director. I like to, when I have a vision, I want to get that vision communicated on screen. So because of that, I've learned a lot of all the things that I need to learn to make it happen, right? I learned how to use the camera. I learned how, and it's been years developing this, but I learned how to use the camera, learn how to do the audio, learn how to do the editing, and yeah, that's my thing. Like even as a kid, like what I used to do, like I was never like a fine artist, but what I like to do is I like to do like, you know, the funnies, like Garfield and Peanuts and all them. Like I used to love those as a kid. I remember when Daily News used to have like the colored like joints. Yeah, so I was in that. Yeah,
I wouldn't know, but yes, I remember.
I do know. Don't play with me. But George, on set, don't you guys have stuff like that, like storyboards and stuff like that, or no?
Exactly. So basically, the storyboard is me planning out every scene. You know, the person walks into the room. How do they walk into the room? You know, how is
I know a little
composition?
Thing. Yeah.
Right. Camera composition, lighting, all of that. So I know what to do on set. Now, sometimes I don't have a cameraman, so then that means that I have to now shoot it, and then now I have to tell the actor what I want. And so this is where the team element is now coming into play. Now that I have Kevin on set, Kevin can control the camera, and now I could now just do the lights and do the actor. But if I get someone to do the lights, you know, so I mean, that's where the team building part comes into. But sort of going through that process where I've learned all the different elements makes me know like who I want on my team. Like you gotta be better than me for me to want you on the team, like to do the elements, like for real, you know, like I don't want you to edit my project unless I feel like you can edit better than me. And there are a lot of people who can edit better than me, but I'm also competitive a little bit with it too. But no, I find myself being a little controlling, so I see that I'm a little bit of a director with the vision.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio in Aviator, like that, like not that extreme, like a little lower.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I never seen Aviator.
Wow. He was.
But yeah, probably.
Fair enough. He was very like, you know, about the whole concept.
Yeah. Yeah, little anal deep, but like, you know, we're also free because like it's fun, you know. So as long as you do what you said you were gonna do, I'll be all right. You know, that's how I roll, you know.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, you come on time. That's huge. I don't like when people come on a production late because you throw everything behind if we have to wait for you. That's an inconsiderate thing. But nah, man, so far it's been love, and we're growing to where like it's more of a team of people who are good at their jobs more so than like, you know, but it's still like training too, because like there are some young people that I like to bring on to help so they can learn how to do different elements. Like they my B cam, and I don't mind showing you how to frame up my over the shoulder shot, and you know how to move the camera if I need it. that type of thing, how to work the audio, all that type of stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Let me see if Diana. All right.
Hi.
Look who's back. There you go. There you go. Just in time.
Sorry about that.
Y'all can
That's
ask
okay.
Diana some questions, man.
George, you did great.
Good job. Good job, George.
You
You held
Yeah.
it down.
I was listening. You were doing good. You were holding it down, George.
All right.
He did. You didn't even, flutter. You were ready. And that's good. That's what teamwork is about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Right.
Diana, same basic question to you. Basically, what is your role in the partnership? Because he said he's behind the scenes. I've seen that you like he's trying to put you at the forefront. I've seen you acted in some stuff, and so what is your role there?
So I help with the pre-production. I help with writing. I am also the person that um I guess you would call like the second director. So I'm actually the person that makes sure that people know their lines. If or if they miss something, I'm the one like, okay, you missed this line, or like helping them to rehearse their lines before a scene. I also cover just like the nourishments. So on a set is important, just that, basic things like water, food, things like that is also important, with the actors. Yeah, so we wear like multiple hats just to cover it
Yeah,
all.
of
And then
course.
when you see the end product of these films, it's like people are always like really amazed that is such a small team.
So like, and Diana is the assistant director, and that is a real
Did you
role
hear?
on us. We did hear Diana. The,
Perfect.
her role, the assistant director, like is so important, and
Oh, okay. Just
it's a
making
real
sure.
role on a set. Um, like, all right, so we are actually on a set. There's people moving around. There's things moving around. There's lines. There's scenes. There's all of this stuff. I am terribly unorganized, right? Diana organizes, like, because like, what scene are we on? Did we shoot this one yet? She's like, yeah, we shot that one. We have to get the tight shot now. Like, oh, bet, yeah, I remember that one. She's like, I get completely lost. She's like, here we are. We need to do this. Organizes everything. Make sure everybody's there on time. The actors don't stay the whole day. They come for a period, then they leave. Make sure everybody's scheduled. The food is there. Just so that, like, in a bigger set, a director would just have to worry about what the direction of the actors and that the scene looks right. But we are on a smaller set, and Diana takes so much off of my back, and make sure that the whole thing is running smooth. And it really can't run without her. It doesn't run.
Oh,
Yeah, Diana.
that was so sweet.
Now Diana is directing
Fall or
no American's Paradise. So
okay.
that, we're
Look
gonna
forward
see
to it.
how that role changes up, but she's gonna do an amazing job.
Thank you.
And that young lady, can't remember her
America's
name,
Paradise.
Miss. I've been calling her young
America's
Ava
Paradise.
DuVernay.
Yeah,
I'd like to have her on if you
Yeah.
could reach out to her also.
yeah, I like that for her.
Excited for
Young
that.
Ava DuVernay, let's get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So the guests get the final words. So ladies first, if you could tell us what you want the people to know about Blue Tarp, what they should look out for, and basically your message to anyone that sees this. Diana.
Diana got that ill internet access.
Yeah.
Oh man, this gotta be via. Who's this?
No Via slander.
I was about to say you can't. That's a plug, though. What you?
My bad. My
Yeah.
You messing with a plug?
Yeah, we love you
forgot.
guys. We love you
Yeah,
guys.
Via. Y'all good.
Liberty.
Y'all
Let's put
great.
him Liberty.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
and man, I almost call a name.
All right.
I almost call your boy name.
I'm coming
George.
clear, right? I'm coming in clear.
Yeah.
Is she lagging now or no?
She said, "Take it over, George."
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
George,
man.
can you go ahead with the
coming
final
in?
words, please?
All right. So basically the bird is the word.
Man.
And look, so the final word we want to say is I want to just say a sense of gratitude for the community and for you guys and for everybody who is sort of just everyone who's heard about this has just showed us love, and we're very thankful, and we are excited for what is about to happen. Like, we know that we're going to make this stuff and it's going to be great. So I would just say, hey, just like follow us, like subscribe if you can, support, but definitely check it out and join it, because this is a community thing, like Ja, for real, like we gonna reach out to you when we got something for you. Like this is for us. So I want people to approach it like that and to really just to jump in, and we just want to say thank you for the love, especially you guys and everybody else. We're definitely grateful, and I guess that's my word.
Diana, has it cleared up yet? No. All right. Nisi, what's your final word?
I just want to say thank you guys for coming on the show. I also want to say thank you for what you're doing and your initiative and finding a way through the arts to reach our younger generations in our community to help deter them from a life of violence. We need lots more programs and opportunities like this. So I would encourage people to donate if you can. Every bit helps. One fills the basket, and they definitely have a basket worth filling. So I appreciate it. Thanks for coming. This is Nisi as usual.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you. We're gonna push and continue to push. If you guys, when you have the screenings, all of that stuff, promo, reach out, please. We want you guys to blow up and do well. There's no reason why you shouldn't. I think you're going to regardless. I'll be honest with you. And thank you, Via.
Thank you, Via.
we love you, Via. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that tuned in, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Go ahead and watch these movies. And Netflix ain't all good. If you go watch Netflix, you go watch these short films and catch up on what people doing home. Put your kids into something, because a lot of it is idle hands. Put a camera, put a boom mic or whatever it's called into these kids' hands. Get them out there doing stuff. All right, that's all I gotta say. So thank you, Blue Tarp Productions. Thank you, Nisi. I'm Ja. This same difference. We love you guys. Peace.